Bonjour à toutes et à tous, bienvenue pour un nouvel épisode de Retour vers le futur. Alors on se retrouve toujours à Hill Valley, de retour en 1931, puisque nous avons ramené avec nous le doc de la réalité alternative où il avait épousé Edna. Et justement, c'est vers elle que nous devons aller alors que nous sommes à l'exposition de sciences dans le collège, dans l'école où Marty allait en 1985. Je sais, ça fait beaucoup de dates et beaucoup de choses dans le désordre, mais c'est pas grave. Alors justement, je crois qu'Edna est là et on va tout de suite rentrer dans le vif du sujet.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Callahan, you do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Alors, on peut pas vraiment lui dire la vérité, hein, non. Bah, on va dire qu'on empêche.
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Non.
No.
Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
Oui,
I kind of wanted to
oui.
talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
On va lui ressortir la même phrase que dans l'épisode précédent. Allez.
You know, those gut instincts are important. If you disliked him right off the bat.
Oh, but I didn't know him then. Now I know him inside and out.
Yeah, but
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've
Alors
no
Arthur,
doubt
t'as du
of
mal avec ta
that.
liste. On va parler aussi à notre
hey,
grand-père.
Artie.
Officer.
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Ok. Alors, allons parler à ce gars-là, mais... Il m'aime pas, ce gars, et je l'aime pas non
Hey,
plus.
excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds! You got official business here?
Calme-toi.
Yeah.
Calme-toi.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Ouais, t'étais bourré dans un speakeasy, mais faut peut-être pas le dire trop fort, sinon tu vas avoir des ennuis, hein, en pleine période de prohibition. Ouais. Ah là 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 là. Bon, ça va pas être de la tarte, je pense, de convaincre Edna de rompre avec Emmett. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans ce camion?
It's not as nice as my truck back in 86. Jeez. I hope I still have a truck back in 86.
Un beau camion noir, Toyota, si je me souviens bien. Non, on va pas regarder à nouveau. Bon, on n'a pas beaucoup d'interactions. On va reparler peut-être à Doc qui est toujours garé au milieu de la pelouse avec la DeLorean. Tente des voitures du futur. Ah bah ça correspond parfaitement.
Come see the cars of the future. Brought to you by Statler DeSoto. I'm not sure if I've learned everything I can from Edna.
Ok, donc il faut que je retourne parler à Edna. On lui a pas tout demandé, donc c'est ce qu'on va faire.
Ahem.
C'est encore
You
moi.
said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well, his physical appearance, for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my
Oui.
grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo.
C'est vrai, on l'a
You
vu
should
en
see
ville.
him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good
Ah,
brain.
le
I
fameux
see.
citoyen
And
modèle.
if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Alors, donc il va falloir qu'on arrive à transformer Emmett ou je ne sais pas.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet.
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
No.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out
Ouais,
in
il
my
va falloir qu'on lui enlève
grandfather's
son
white
costume.
suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
Ok.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Du plutonium.
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Ah, on va peut-être pouvoir... Il a volé un train. Ça, c'est dans l'épisode 3. On va peut-être pouvoir transformer cette
This
machine.
one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
C'est ça, l'épisode 3. Tannen le molosse. Personne me traite de molosse.
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
Il doit y avoir pas mal de... Comment dire, de...
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time.
mes
My
mots,
vice
mais
principal
je
warned
vais
me to
retrouver.
stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Il doit y avoir pas mal de termes qui ne sont pas appropriés à l'époque en fait. Pas mal de choses de mots qui sont à la mode dans les années 80 et qui n'ont aucun sens. Le film jouait beaucoup là-dessus déjà. Bon, mon principal
Emmett's done a
adjoint,
lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Monsieur
Your vice
Strickland.
principal sounds like a dolt.
Alors,
But I
Emmett,
can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little Black Book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Callahan.
Bon, ça marche pas. Hein. Ça marche
What
pas.
the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Ok, bon, là
That's
on en
all the
sait
questions
pas
I got.
trop
Very
mal.
well then.
On va peut-être... Ah bah voilà. Ah, Trixie.
Hey, Audie, you see my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Ah, le costume. Un
She
cosplay avant
gets to
l'heure.
come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Ok, bon bah écoutez, retournons voir Doc, peut-être que cette fois-ci il aura quelque chose à me dire.
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
Bah oui.
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
J'ai pas confiance, moi. Je pense que ça va foirer.
It worked! Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Ok, donc bah il y a le camion, hein, je pense. Il y a le camion. On n'avait pas tout demandé à Emmett, alors avant d'aller voir Trixie et le camion, on va reparler à Doc, peut-être qu'il y a d'autres informations à glaner. Comment se débarrasser d'Edna?
What do we do about Edna?
Only one thing we can do. Lie. Make me out to be a less desirable catch than I really am.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you inside and out.
Then you'll have to resort to skullduggery. You've done it before. You gotta be getting good at it by now.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Ce qui est sympa, c'est que c'est la première modification de la DeLorean, je crois, hein, depuis le lancement du jeu et depuis l'épisode 3 en fait, hein, avec ce petit ajout là. Alors, où est le jeune
Any
Doc?
idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage frantically working on his latest invention and cursing because he can't quite get it to work.
Aïe,
Damn!
ça change pas beaucoup alors les choses qui fonctionnent pas.
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no! After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Alors,
Edna doesn't seem to care much for Trixie Trotter.
She never could get past the fact that Trixie had been Kid Tannen's ma.
Dad never told me about a Hill Valley Expo.
It was Mayor Thomas's idea. He had visions of Hill Valley becoming a magnet for big investors
C'est
in
une
the
bonne idée, ça.
technology sector. But the venture folded after
Oula.
the third year when the influenza exhibit leaked into the concession stand.
D'accord. Ok, bon, allons voir Trixie et peut-être ce camion là qui va peut-être nous servir à partir, à voler nos propres ailes. Trixie, salut.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could.
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future?
Ouais, j'aimerais bien.
At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here. So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
La
Must have
foudre.
slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests, and on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Ok.
Techne, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Audie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
C'est bien ça, c'est sympa. Alors, si
Listen,
elle
I've
pouvait
got
rendre
a
Edna jalouse, ça serait pas
proposal for
mal.
you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil
C'est
imp,
vrai.
ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
D'accord. Allez,
look,
j'insiste un
my
peu.
friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's
J'insiste.
going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Ok, bon, alors on verra si on peut la faire changer d'avis plus tard.
so Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, you know, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm.
Bon,
Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Audie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
ok, bon, bah on
See
va
you,
essayer
Trixie.
de...
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
On va essayer de prendre la voiture, alors, enfin le camion.
No keys. I'll have to find my wheels somewhere else.
Ok, bon, ah, ce fut bref. Palais de justice du futur. Ah, c'est rigolo ça. Est-ce que ça va ressembler à ce qu'il y a dans le film Retour vers le futur 2?
I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981.
Train du futur. Ah, c'est un skate.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged
Ça doit lui faire
arsonist.
bizarre au doc de voir
I
sa
think it may be
femme
in your best interest.
beaucoup
See,
plus jeune.
I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Qu'est-ce
Go.
qu'il lui a
I'll
dit?
keep her occupied till you get back.
Qu'est-ce qu'il lui a dit? Ce serait intéressant de savoir. Il n'y avait pas autre chose sur le stand du futur?
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
Ok. Alors, là c'est toujours fermé. Train skateboard. Mais alors comment je m'en sers pour partir? Je clique sur le camion pour lui dire que je veux m'en aller avec.
I'm not sure what good a train would do there.
Ok, donc il faut continuer à chercher les clés. Où est-ce qu'il pourrait y avoir les clés? Peut-être qu'Arthur peut parler maintenant qu'il est plus
Hey,
avec
Artie.
Edna.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
Alors,
So you're the registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she.
ne ratez pas
Keep your
Sylvia.
eyes open for Sylvia.
What should I do when I meet her?
Just let nature take its course.
Ok.
I like Trixie's new outfit.
Cost the expo $14.89, but it was worth every penny.
Ça devait être une
After
somme
all, she's
importante à
the
l'époque.
public face of the expo. Techne, muse of progress.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kit Tannen.
No siree, Bob. I don't know how I ever got mixed up with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
Comment se
Think
passe
the Hill Valley
l'expo?
Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high-technology center?
Je crois qu'elle l'aura plus tard.
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
C'est marrant comme j'ai failli vendre la mèche. Bon, les clés de la tuture. Ah, ils sont en train de parler, on va peut-être les laisser. On va quand même cliquer juste pour savoir.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
Je sais pas
It's
si
like
je fais bien.
this.
J'ai parlé à Trixie, tiens, ça c'est
I
nouveau.
found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a
Ça,
public
ça va
event.
peut-être fâcher Trixie.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Ah non.
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
Ta, ta,
So
ta,
you
ta.
wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Ok.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Je ne sais pas si vous avez vu, mais il y a Q-Ball qui est arrivé à côté du camion. Ah, et pardon, ça c'est un petit problème de gestion de commande.
It's not as nice as my truck back in 86.
Mais c'était
Jeez.
pas ça que je
How
voulais
I still
cliquer. Je voulais
have a
cliquer
truck
sur
back in 86.
Q-Ball. Voilà. Salut
pal.
toi.
Oh, geez, this guy again.
Funny,
Anyway.
I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of Kid's gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Tout est question de point de vue. J'avais pas remarqué qu'il avait les dents vertes.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah,
Why not?
'cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry. Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that'd curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just cheeses me off, you know?
Il a un sacré accent, lui. Est-ce que c'est un accent irlandais ou quelque chose comme ça? Il est avec son petit béret, il me fait penser à un irlandais. Mais bon, je ne sais pas. Ça m'embête de faire du mal à Trixie quand même, parce qu'elle nous a bien aidé à arrêter Kid, quoi. Mais j'ai l'impression qu'on va devoir déterrer les sombres affaires de son passé pour la faire virer, et que du coup, après, elle embête Edna. Enfin, c'est dommage.
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Last year, I drove a train off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure.
C'est une
It's a
expérience scientifique.
Long story.
All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not
Yep.
wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Pas
I
vraiment,
promise. I'll
non.
only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Ok, on va continuer
You heard
le
from Kid
discours.
lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Tu m'étonnes.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Il a dit c'est du grec pour moi, il a pas dit c'est du chinois. Mais ça doit être une expression américaine ou anglaise, je ne sais pas.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I
Mince,
know?
c'est la même
Electro
question.
this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Hey, what's with your
Voilà,
teeth?
il a bien les dents
My
vertes.
teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
J'insiste.
Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
Qu'est-ce qu'il a bu? Qu'est-ce qu'il a mangé?
It's these.
C'est quoi
Dr.
ça?
Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Ça, c'est un petit peu un tue-l'amour. Si, à mon avis, on pourra les donner à,
Hang loose, pal.
on pourra les donner à Emmett,
Talk funny, mister.
ça dégoûtera peut-être Edna. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut lui montrer la carte postale?
I just want to make sure. Is this you on this postcard?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. You want me to autograph it?
That's okay.
Ok, j'ai très envie de la montrer à Edna, mais ça va lui causer du tort quand même, hein. Ça va lui causer du tort. Bah écoutez, je pense qu'on montrera cette petite carte postale compromettante à Edna, mais dans le prochain épisode. En attendant, j'espère que cet épisode vous a plu. Merci de m'avoir suivi et on se dit rendez-vous dans le prochain épisode. Salut, salut!